have this much fun in an EP3 without having to spend a lot of money on it. Sort of, I think I missed the corner there. Driving position is far too high, massive wheel, feel like I'm driving the number 50 bus to Birmingham. Got the legs on him, have we got the legs on him? We're catching up. Come on, miss. Get your fairy little bum in here. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Geared, and today you currently join me in the garage. It is 5:15 in the morning. We're going to set off to Blyton Park to do a shakedown track day in the Clio. Now it has still got the F4R engine in at the moment, but I want to see what's good and what's bad and what is needed before that K20 goes in. Now I know quite a few people that are going there today, so it'd be good to catch up with them. I haven't seen them for a while. Fathead Jacko will be there in his newly converted K04 Audi TT, which will hopefully get on the channel very soon. Brad is turbocharged his EP3, might be able to get him on the channel. And Indy, he was going to go in his M3, but he's actually gone in his Civic FN2 now. There's been a couple of changes to the Clio. I've put some Powerflex exhaust mounts on, so the tail pipes actually sit level now. I had a bit of a game trying to get them both to sit level, but the original mounts were in a horrible state. They were really saggy, they were actually quite melted. I think the Miltek system must have got really hot in the past and it really melted the one side of it. They're a bit of a game to fit, a bit of a ball ache to actually get the pipe sitting level. And yesterday I fitted an induction kit. It was a DIY one, just a RamAir filter on the end. It didn't take too long, a little bit fiddly, but nothing major, but it does make quite a nice sound now. So we best get going. We've got a nice little journey ahead of us. Hopefully it doesn't rain too much on the way and it does hold off. I would nip to McDonald's to get a coffee, but they're all shut at the moment, but probably a good job because I'll be pissing like a racehorse all day. So let's get going. So we are at Blyton Park now. I nearly said Alton Park then. I wish it was at Alton Park. It's one of my favourite tracks. But it is absolutely hoofing it down here. And I've been out on the sighting laps and it is slippy. So we're going to leave the road tyres on at the moment. We're not going to put... I've got some R888Rs which are brand new. I don't really want to be putting them on in these conditions just yet. I'm going to wait for it to dry up a little bit. I have had a bit of a dilemma already. The boot latch, I think the solenoid has broken, typical French electronics, but I managed to pop it open, to climb over and pop it open from the inside, so I will have to get that sorted. So we'll go up for some proper laps and see what the car's like. It's not the best conditions for a shakedown really, but we'll do our best. Right then, so it is still very slippy. Very standard. The only thing that isn't standard at the minute is the exhaust and the induction kit. Brakes are also standard. Traction control is off. I actually I got 99 run in now, so I got Shell V power, but before that I was desperate for fuel, and I got really excited that the unleaded went to like 95p, so I thought, oh, I'll just whack some of that in. Now you can run these on 95 run, but oh my god, it just didn't feel good at all. Like, there was loads of flat spots. It was hesitating. It just didn't feel as responsive, like, at all. Like, it really starts getting a shift on just at the top end, just as it started getting going. The limiter comes in, and I think that's why a lot of people, they tend to have them mapped and raise the limiter so it holds that power just that bit longer. And then, like, as with that power band coming in at 5,000, you haven't really got much. You only got 2,000 revs to play with. Getting a little bit slider here. Them tyres that I got on aren't the best. I don't even know what they are, they're that good. The driving position is far too high. Massive wheel. Feel like I'm driving the number 50 bus to Birmingham. Just before lunch we went out and it started drying up, and it is one session that I didn't record, and I could really start pushing on. Although they were on the budgets, it was handling really well. Heard a bit of a noise, and actually it's an alternator bracket had come loose, so the alternator had moved forward a little bit. Managed to sort of bodge it and keep it in place, but it's Renault, which is absolutely typical. Them budgets were doing okay, but you could start feeling they were getting a little bit hot as it was drying up. So I opted to put these R888Rs on with the Speedline Turinis. I've had these for a while. I actually got them with the car, so thank you very much for the owner who chucked them in with the sale. The brand new R888Rs, so I need to scrub them in a little bit. So we'll see how we get on. Yeah, the back end of this, it could do is stiffening up a little bit. It is nice and it handles well. Feel exactly where your wheels are. Getting up to temperature a little bit better now, and you can tell straight away the difference with these tyres. Just even under braking, it's so much more stable. Probably should have kept it in third then. For the brakes, with them being standard pads, standard discs, nothing special, they're doing quite well. So I mean, that's got me thinking, like, if I'm keeping it NA, do I need like a bigger brake kit? Can I just make do with the standard calipers, just change the pads and get some nicer discs, change the fluid, put some braided lines in, and it might be a lot better. I mean, at 90 miles an hour, down to second, turn in. So these do handle absolutely brilliant, honestly. It just puts a smile on your face. There we go. A bit more power now at the top end. Too big. I want to do it like a little quick turn, and the wheel just seems to take ages to get to where I want it to. There we go, so in that power band now. It's not blisteringly quick, 90 miles an hour into fourth, hard on the brakes, into third, into second, turning, back end, trailing round nice, first chicane. So yeah, that gear selector needs to be a little bit shorter. As I said, like, I think a hybrid racing short shifter or a K-tune shifter would really help when it's got that K20 in. I think it needs a geo that just needs some more camber. It just feels a little bit sketchy sometimes. Weight transfer in them, these cup chassis, spot on, honestly. And the steering feels really nice. It's just this horrible driving position with that massive steering wheel just isn't doing it any favours at all. I think if anything, gearing is probably, because it's a 5-speed, it has got to be a little bit longer. But that shorter ratio, if it had a shorter ratio, it would be so much better. The car itself gives you so much confidence. That chassis, it just really copes very well with pretty much anything you throw at it. One thing I've noticed about it is the pedal position is very similar to a Saxo or 106. I used to have a Saxo back in the day, BTR. Shouldn't have hit the curb though. Just lose a little bit of time there. So it's M2 competition. Let's see if we can. The beauty of having a lighter front wheel drive car around Donington is you can really chuck it in and it doesn't really get out of shape much. You can imagine with a proper LSD, this would be absolutely mega. Is he? needs to sit a little bit lower. Just feels like it just comes up a little bit too much, and that's why the back end's coming out. Pull away from that BMW now. For the price of this car, and it's only had that induction kit, some stickier tyres, the R888Rs, and the Miltek exhaust. It handles so well, honestly. Sort of, I think I missed the corner there. Mega car. You can't have this much fun in an EP3 without having to spend a lot of money on it. Honestly. Yeah, it needs a diff there. Going. I think something's come off. So I've just come back into the pits. I think my manifold has popped or something because it's pretty loud. I got an M3 now. Right, so it turns out I think it's come off at the cat. So I'll just go and show you. I think it's snapped off, but Brad's saving the day. He says he's got some metal cable ties, so hopefully we whack it on then. So have a look at this. Yeah, that has fully come off. Yeah, it's snapped on the bracket. I don't know if you can see that. Let me just lighten it up a bit. Yeah, it's snapped at the bracket. I mean, that cap was gonna come off anyway. Oh. So we'll whack it up on the ramp. Yeah. Oh right, yeah. So we gotta get underneath it and try and do some sort of adjustment so we can get back, because this is just gonna ruin. It's just gonna ruin my ears on the way back of work. Oh, we're nearly stalled then. Yeah, it doesn't like that at all. So we got to sort that out. So yeah, I think we'll end that there. But hope you did enjoy the video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.